Hello, welcome back. Fred in the Shed one. A bit of a different video this time, just sort of some information here because I was contacted by Nick from the Charlie Tango forum. Just asked if I'd make a video to pass on this little bit of information about the proposed raffle that they're going to be doing, and I'll just get onto that in a moment. Some of the new people that tune in, you may not have heard of the Charlie Tango forum. You've probably heard of the Charlie Tango call signs that we use throughout on sideband on the 305 group. I'd just like to say that the Charlie Tango forum is a great place for finding out information about radio. They also have a Facebook group as well where there's even more information about radio. I'd recommend anyone that's starting out in sort of CB radio and has an interest to go on there and just register. It's completely free, and then once you have registered you can apply for a Charlie Tango call sign. I did make a complete video on that, so I'm not going to go into too much details why that is really useful and helpful, especially DXing and things like that. What I'll do instead, I'll just link that video at the end and perhaps go away and sort of have a look at that, because this video is not about that. Of course there's other groups as well. It's not just, you know, Charlie Tango groups that do call signs. That, for example, let's see, there's Whiskey India, Fox Bravo, Tango Mike, London Town, the LT group, the Channel 35 people, Charlie Bravo, and it goes on and on. It's not just Charlie Tango, it's just the one that I used originally when I first started, and the forum's great. There is so much information from when you first sort of start out there. You can go on there and browse through it, you can ask a question, and the guys are really helpful. They're really friendly. They'll certainly they help me, they'll certainly help you. There's a chat section as well where you can do a live chat if you're having a problem with a radio. And it's not only just CB, I mean they do standard sort of UK CB radios, but also they cover the multi-mode and multi-band radios that can be very confusing when you start out. So if you're not already a member of the Charlie Tango forum, I say completely and utterly free. It's well worth a visit going over there and just registering so you can check out all of the information. But the guy that actually runs it, the guy in the background that's sort of making all of the financial decisions and sort of basically paying for it at the moment, is a guy named Lee. And Lee's come up with a really great idea. Lee is proposing, and it's just a proposal at the moment, but proposing to raffle a radio. And the radio in question is going to be a brand new, straight from the shop, in a box with a year's guarantee, a brand new President Lincoln 2. Version 3, so it's the very latest export version. A great radio. I mean, it's a brilliant starting radio if you're coming back into radio. I had one in the shack a while ago myself, and I got some good contacts on the FM band, London contacts. And if you're unsure about the radio, what it is and what it does and how it works, well, I'll do a little I'll leave a little pop-up that will come up at the end of this video, so you can go away and look at the radio in action. I didn't do an exact review on it, but you can sort of see it working, and it's a great radio. So certainly on FM it was absolutely fine. Brilliant radio. So anyway, Lee's come up with this idea that he wants to do a raffle to give yourself a chance to win this President Lincoln radio. It's not going to be a free raffle. You are going to have to sort of purchase a ticket, but the good news is it's going to be restricted to just 50 people. The first 50 people that register an interest will be the people that go into the raffle. So you've got a pretty good chance. You know, it's not like National Lottery where you've got no chance. You've got a pretty good chance of winning the radio. Now the money that he's going to make out of this after he's obviously bought the radio and then the postage and things like that, is all going to keeping the Charlie Tango forum active, to keep it going, and he hopes to keep it going for maybe another year, or certainly 9 months to a year, with the proceeds that he hopes to make from this raffle. So for this to work, we have to have 50 people. 50 people to enter. So at the moment you don't have to pay any money, you just have to go onto the Charlie Tango forum. If you're not a member, then it's a good opportunity to register your name here, and while you're there you might as well apply and get yourself a Charlie Tango call sign as well. You heard those all over my 305 group videos. Very useful, very helpful, getting yourself a call sign. But yeah, if you go onto the Charlie Tango forum, if you look into the discussion section of the forum, you scroll down, you'll see Lee's post, and you'll sort of see Lee goes into quite a bit of detail there why he's having to do this. I will summarise that in just a moment, but basically all you need to do at the moment is you just register an interest by saying, I think it's enter in the comment, and then Lee will then contact you. When he's got 50 people, he will then contact you with the payment details. It's going to be done through PayPal, and then once you've bought your ticket, you will then be entered into the draw, and he's going to do a live draw from that. He's going to do that on the Charlie Tango Facebook page. I won't be there, unfortunately, for reasons I'm not going into. I won't actually be there myself, but it's all going to be done live, and hopefully you'll be the lucky person. You'll win a fantastic radio, and I say if not, then you've made a great contribution towards the forum to just sort of help keep it going. Now I'll just go into a little bit of detail that Lee sort of share with me. I say it's all on there anyway, if you can sort of read about it. If you run a forum, obviously, you know what happens, that it becomes bigger. The Charlie Tango forum has got almost 8,000 sort of members now. It's been running for 10 years, so it gets to the stage where it's too much for one person to sort of, you know, to handle, to sort of keep it going, so you have to put it out to a host. Now Charlie Tango, the forum is actually the host is Tapper Talk. They do quite a few sort of forums. Now the only problem with a host is they want the total control of the forum. You know, they want to rinse all of the members with adverts, with spam. You know, they're in it to make money themselves, and it can sort of ruin the experience. I've been on other forums myself, and you get a lot of sort of adverts that are kind of pushed in between the threads that make that a little bit difficult to read. Also, there's pop-ups on the site, and it's the sort of thing that when you're actually sort of finished, you know, you finish your sort of browsing on the forum itself, you look at your taskbar, oh man, and you've got like, you know, 6 or 7 pop-ups that you've got to close down, things like that, and it can make the experience, you know, you don't really want that, and Lee certainly doesn't want that. Lee wants to keep the forum as clean as possible from spam and advertising, so he won't sign up to the full Tapper Talk package that gives them the full control of what goes on that sort of forum. But the downside of that is that although it makes a better user experience for us, the downside is that unless you sign up for the whole thing, basically Tapper Talk won't give you any revenue from any of the adverts that they place on your forum. So Lee's not getting any money in at all. So Lee's having to sort of pay for all of this out of his own pocket. That includes the forum license, the domain name, and also any of the add-ons and things like that. So this is all coming out of his own pocket, and I didn't realise this until I was told. You know, I just thought it was self-supportive, but it's not. So that's why Lee's doing this raffle, because obviously he can't, you know, continually keep this going himself. No, you know, no one should be expected to do that. Long term, he's looking for maybe going into partnership with sort of someone else to sort of try and spread the cost, things like that. Obviously donations, stuff like that. But you know, in the short term, Tapper Talk have basically got him by the balls, and they obviously want to squeeze. Another thing as well, if you sign up for the full package of Tapper Talk, any donations that we make for the forum go straight to them. Tapper Talk take all of the money, and all they do is give you gold points that you can spend on more add-ons, you know, on the forum. So it is a bit like Big Brother. I'm afraid that is sort of, you know, what it's like on the internet when you get to sort of a certain size. But Lee wants to avoid that. So that's why he's doing a raffle, like I say. So, you know, please, if you're interested in winning that radio, or you want to sort of make a contribution, please buy a ticket. Also, if you're new to radio and you go onto the Charlie Tango forum, which is completely free, and you get a Charlie Tango call sign that's completely free, would you please consider just making a very small, you know, donation? I made a donation on Saturday. It's so easy. You can sort of see the actual links there on the site. There's one sort of across on the top of the banner, and then there's one over to the right hand side. It links you straight to PayPal, and you can make just a sort of small donation just to help the Charlie Tango sort of forum, you know, keep going. So just buy the Charlie Tango forum a cup of coffee. The same for long-term members like me. I wasn't unaware that it was in so much danger of closing down due to lack of sort of funds. So if, like me, you know, you're a long-term member, you use your Charlie Tango call sign, again, you know, just go on there, just buy the forum a cup of coffee. You know, just a couple of quid. That's all we need to do. Just a couple of quid, just to sort of, you know, keep the coffers coming in, help Lee out, and you know, just try and keep it going as long as possible until he can sort of get a more permanent solution, and we don't get controlled and spammed out by sort of Big Brother, if you like. So there you go. Just an information video. If you want to enter that competition and win that Lincoln radio, get onto the sort of Charlie Tango page, and as I said, there'll be 2 little pop-ups that are going to appear at the end of this video if you want to sort of see what the radio's like actually using it on the air. And also, if you're completely new and you don't understand the Charlie Tango call signs and how important they are, please go and watch my video I made a couple of years ago, I think, and I explain all that. So that's it all over. So cheers, thanks as always, thanks for your view time, thanks for watching Fred in the Shed, and of course stay safe, and I'll catch you all on the next one.
5, 4.